Chapter 9. HTML, an Introduction. Learning Objective. HTML Tags. Heading Levels. Rules for coding HTML. Starting a new paragraph. Web browser for HTML. HTML document structure. Features of HTML. Starting a new line. Creating a list. HTML is an acronym which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is used for creating web pages and web applications. Let's see what is meant by Hypertext Markup Language and web page. Hypertext. Hypertext simply means text within text. A text has a link within it, is a hypertext. Whenever you click on a link which brings you to a new web page, you have clicked on a hypertext. Hypertext is a way to link two or more web pages, HTML documents, with each other. Markup language. A markup language is a computer language that is used to apply layout and formatting conventions to a text document. Markup language makes text more interactive and dynamic. It can turn text into images, table, links, etc. Web page. A web page is a document which is commonly written in HTML and translated by a web browser. A web page can be identified by entering an URL. A web page can be of the static or dynamic type. Hence, HTML is a markup language which is used for creating attractive web pages with the help of styling and which looks in a nice format on a web browser. An HTML document is made of many HTML tags and each HTML tag contains different content. Let's see a simple example of HTML. HTML head title web page title, head body H1 write your first heading. H1. P. Write your first paragraph. P. Body. HTML. Fact corner. HTML has developed from what was earlier known as GML, General Markup Language, in early 1980s. In 1986, it got standardization from ISO and was renamed SGML, Standard General Markup Language. In 1989, this language was redesigned by Sir Tim Berners-Lee and his team and named it as HTML. HTML tags. HTML uses a predefined set of elements to identify content tags. Elements contain one or more tags that contain or express some specific information. Content tags are surrounded by angle brackets and the closing tags are prefixed by a forward slash. For example, the paragraph element consists of the start tag, P, and the closing tag, P. The following example shows a paragraph contained within the HTML paragraph element. P. You are beginning to learn HTML. P. When this content is displayed in a web browser, it looks like this. You are beginning to learn HTML. HTML document structure. There are some tags that form the basic structure of HTML document. HTML tag. This tag informs the browser that it is an HTML document. Text between HTML tag describes the web document. HTML. HTML. Head tag. It should be the first element inside the HTML element, which contains the metadata. It must be closed before the body tag opens. HTML. Head. World of Sports. Head. HTML. Title tag. As its name suggested, it is used to add title of that HTML page which appears at the top of the browser window. It must be placed inside the head tag and should close immediately. HTML. Head. World of Sports. Title. Tennis. Title. Head. HTML. Body tag. Text between body tag describes the body content of the page that is visible to the end user. This tag contains the main content of the HTML document. HTML. Head. World of sports. Title. Tennis. Title. Head. Body. I want to play tennis. Body. HTML. Heading levels. There are 6 different heading levels in HTML document. The code is as follows. HTML. Head. Festivals. Title. Tennis. Title. Head. Body. H1 Holi. H1. H2 Raksha Bandhan. H2. H3 Dashehra. H3. H4 Diwali. H4. H5 Christmas. H5. H6 Eid. H6. Body. HTML. Save the notepad document. The output will be displayed as shown here. Features of HTML. It is a very easy and simple language. It can be easily understood and modified. It is very easy to make an effective presentation with HTML because it has a lot of formatting tags. It is a markup language, so it provides a flexible way to design web pages along with the text. It facilitates programmers to add a link on the web pages, so it enhances the interest of browsing of the user. It is platform independent because it can be displayed on any platform like Windows, Linux and Macintosh. It facilitates the programmer to add graphics, videos and sound to the web pages, which makes it more attractive and interactive. HTML is a case-insensitive language, which means we can use tags either in lowercase or uppercase. Rules for coding HTML. There are 5 important rules for coding with HTML tag. 1. Tags are always surrounded by angle brackets, less than and greater than characters, as in head. 2. Most tags come in pairs and surround the material they affect. They work like a light switch. The first tag turns the action on, and the second turns it off. There are some expectations. For instance, the BR tag creates a blank line and doesn't have an off switch. Once you have made a link break, you can't unmake it. 3. The second tag, the off switch, always starts with a forward slash. For example, you turn on bold with B, shout your piece, and then go back to regular text with B4. First tag on, last tag off. Tags are embedded, so when you start a tag within another tag, you have to close that inner tag before closing the outer tag. For instance, the page will not display properly with the tags in this order: head, title, your text, head, title. The correct order is head, title, your text, title, head. 5. Many tags have optional attributes that use values to modify the tag's behavior. The paragraph tag's align attribute, for instance, lets you change the default left paragraph alignment. For example, align equals center centers the next paragraph on the page. Starting a new line. A line break ends the line you are currently on and resumes on the next line. Placing BR within the code is the same as pressing the return key in a word processor. The code is as follows. HTML. Head, World of Sports. Title, Tennis. Title, Head, Body. BR I want to play tennis. BR Tennis is an interesting game. BR let us know more about tennis. Body, HTML. Now, save the notepad file. The output will be displayed as shown below. Boot up. Prepare a HTML document by using BR attribute in 2 different paragraphs. Starting a new paragraph. HTML does not recognize the returns or other extra white space that you enter in your text editor. To start a new paragraph in your web page, you use the P tag. You must enclose each paragraph in opening and closing P tags. If you don't close them, styles won't be applied properly. The code is as follows: HTML. Head, World of Books. Title, Books. Title, Head, Body. Books are an important part of our life. We read many kinds of books. We study textbooks at school that are part of our syllabus. P. We also have storybooks that we read for leisure and fun. We can get them from the school library. PP. I love reading children's stories published in colorful books, as they are beautifully presented. P. Body. HTML. Save the notepad document. The output will be displayed as shown here. Boot up. Open Notepad and create a web page using the paragraph tag. Display the web page in a web browser. Creating a list. HTML lists are used to present list of information in well-formed and semantic way. There are 3 different types of list in HTML and each one has a specific purpose and meaning. Unordered list, used to group a set of related items, in no particular order. Ordered list, used to group a set of related items, in a specific order. Description list, used to display a list of terms and their descriptions. The code is as follows: HTML. Head, World of Books. Title, Books. Title, Head, Body. H1 Subjects, H1. All, LI Stories, LI Rhymes, LI General Knowledge, LI Science. All, Body, HTML. Save the notepad document. The output will be displayed as shown below. Boot up. Open Notepad and add some points to the body of the document of HTML. Save the document and display it in the web browser. Web browser for HTML. A web browser is a software application designed specifically for the purpose of reading HTML instructions and displaying the resulting web page. It is a fully functional software that can interpret and display HTML web pages, applications, JavaScript, Ajax and other content hosted on web servers. HTML is responsible for telling a web browser how text and other objects in a web document should appear. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, is defined how browsers should request web pages and how web servers should respond to those requests. Most computer operating systems come with a web browser already installed. Microsoft Windows XP and Vista computers include the Internet Explorer browser, while Apple Mac computers include the Safari browser. Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome are other web browsers that have become increasingly popular in recent years. Concise. HTML is used for creating web pages and web applications. HTML uses predefined set of elements to identify content tags. Content tags are surrounded by angle brackets. HTML tags inform the browser that it is an HTML document. There are 6 different heading levels in HTML document.